What's going on? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Gen X Summer Vet here with a series of videos from TikTok. As you read in the title and you can see in the thumbnail, we have a biological man winning the world's strongest woman title from the previous record holder in, I believe, 2022 or 2021. But that's what's going on these days. And the thing is that women are allowing this to happen. If you don't want men taking over your particular sports and competitions, you guys need to start advocating for yourselves. But without further ado, let's get into it. This lady right here, she's the actual champion. She's the one who actually won it. But you got this big 6'7" Sasquatch, winning the competition. This is what she's been mouthing right here. She says, "The rightful champion." This is bullshit. Can we go now? And so, yeah. She's pissed off about it. Rightfully so. It's crazy. Crazy work, right?
Do you believe that the world's strongest woman is actually a man? Just today, Jamie Booker, dressed as a woman, won the title of World's Strongest Woman, beating second place Andrea Thompson. Videos show Andrea clearly dissatisfied with the woman, having trained her entire life only to lose to a man wearing a sports bra.
Think about that. Like the Leah Thompson thing that happened with swimming and other competitions, track and field, long distance running. Well, a man just basically starts wearing women clothing and says he's a woman or identify as a woman. They go into their sports and they just dominate. No additional training needed half the time. They just, the lowest standards as far as the men, but they switch over and, yeah, I'm a woman now. Instantaneously jump to the top of the list as far as like feats of strength, speed, all the other stuff. Because men and women are biologically, anatomically different. But yeah, the world would have you believe, or a lot of liberals will have you believe that, they're the same, we're the same. There's no difference in strength. There's a difference in this or that. Bone density, lung capacity, bigger hearts, all that other stuff. We're the same.
Complete violation of fair competition principles. A female weightlifter posted a video stating, "There are fundamental differences in the physiological structure of male and female athletes."
It's crazy, right? But yeah, this is the world we live in these days. What these comments got to say. I didn't adjust this properly. Marbury, but we can roll through it. Andrea Thompson, the world's strongest woman. I feel for her. Andrea deserves an apology. Why didn't he go to the men's competition? Because he can't compete in the men's competition. Because he wouldn't even be in the top 10, exactly. Wouldn't even make the top 1,000. There's such a large difference between the pinnacles of men and women's sports. It's why it's so unfair. Facts. Jamie J, that's a weird way of spelling Jamie, but Jamie J is an adult, a film name, pretty sickening, I would have to say.
So the world's strongest woman is actually a man? Well, it was for about half a day anyway. And you can see the second place person thinking this is BS and just walking off the stage.
So stripped of its actual competition, the medal or the title, but still, the fact that they actually let it happen to begin with. If there should be tests, what is your natural born sex? And that's where you should go with. Do DNA, all the other bullshit to make it fair competition. But it's just an easy way for, men who's never achieved anything in their lives, easy way for them to get an award. It's no big thing for them. But for these women, like you say, like the Andrea Thompson, she trained her entire life just to, lose her competition to a guy. Or there's women who be swimming, or running, racing. The cyclist, the chick who won that was a dude for the Olympics. Just for them to lose to another man, to a man.
And instead of caving and being like, oh, we accept everyone that wants to compete like every other sport seems to do, they actually stood up for the female athletes and removed that person named Jamie Booker from the roster so they can no longer compete against any of the women at any point in time now. They said Jamie Booker misrepresented critical information to the officials and judges before the competition. So I guess maybe they lied about being a woman. And they say here that they were unaware of the fact ahead of the competition, and we have been urgently investigating since being informed. An attempt has been made to contact the competitor involved, but a response has not been received. Had we been aware, or had this been declared at any point in time before during the competition, this athlete would not have been permitted to compete in the women's open category. And
it's crazy because, like, think about it. Like, when you've never achieved anything in your life, so your way to get something is to lie or just say, oh, I feel like I'm a woman so I can win some type of medal. If you really want something bad enough, go put in the work to win something in the men's category. But they're not going to do that because we got too many liberal cities, too many liberal states, and too lenient of laws that will allow men to just go in and do stuff like that. So it's just wild to me.
Already received hate on Instagram from this happening, as you can see right here. It is nice to see there are organizations out there that do want to stand up for women's sports.
It's about damn time. Let's see what these comments got to say. I don't know how people are having trouble with this. Like, it's not even about them wanting to be a woman. It's solely, spelled that wrong, based on the fact that men are biologically stronger than women. There's a reason we are separated in the first place. Yeah, exactly. There's a reason why there's two different categories, men and women. Like, even in the men's, category, say boxing, wrestling, for instance, there's different weight classes because you can't have like a 110-pound man go against a 200 plus or even 300 plus pound man. You get wrecked. That's why there's even, different divisions within the category of male because we know we're stronger. I'm like, I don't see why is it so hard for people to understand that. It's just basic freaking biology. The stuff that we learned back when we was in elementary school, in freaking high school, in middle school. We know this. But yet, why do so many people try to argue against it? We are done with it. Bro has dick pics and OnlyFans. How would you not realize that's a dude? I would too. What the fuck? I'm not gonna lie. I would have been surprised if you said they were both. Or they both were. I guess he's talking to the way the actual natural biologically born woman would. Because, when you start big, lifting, doing certain things, it's going to change the way you look, apparently. Like when these chicks, they get on the juice or the roids, they start to look different. So I guess they're trying to make fun of her, I guess the way she looks. But, people are going to troll no matter what, right?
Biological man just won the strongest woman in the world. The woman to his left is the one that should have won, and you can see clearly.
So they're making fun of the way she looks. Some of these chicks are going to be built like SpongeBob, square-shaped chicks that win these competitions. Think about the world's strongest men. They're not actually cut and physically fit like Arnold Schwarzenegger standing up there. They're going to have all this girth to them. Same thing applies to women.
How disgusted she is. She's literally mouthing the words, "This is BS. Can we go now?" The man that grabbed the trophy, born a man, now transgender, is Jamie Booker. And here's a video of him talking about the award.
Now that I've had a moment to come home and shower and get away from the noise for a minute, I wanted to express a very heartfelt thank you to everyone that has supported me over the past.
But not so fast. The title was actually stripped from him, rightfully so. The Strongman Games released a statement saying, had they known that this person was a biological male, they wouldn't have let him compete in the first place.
Yeah, the other guy read that already, so we're not going to even get in that part. Then dog fucking the brain. 100. This is insane. Thank God for the happy ending, all crazy. Just like it shouldn't even gotten to this point. Like I said, they should, okay, this is a man. Or do certain tests in place. What were you naturally born at birth? Okay, you're a guy, you can't compete. Simple as that.
Regardless of how you feel about the they, thems, or the whole transitioning things, I think we can all agree that this is bullshit. Look at this thing at the top. It's like 7 foot tall. No biological advantage, though.
how big his fucker is, though. She's pissed. She has every right to be pissed, though. The one comment here, looks like a woman to me. Deal with it. You got those guys. You know he's obviously, a Democrat. I hate to say it, but come on. He's obviously a Democrat.
People, I get on a plane, people,
man,
fat people walk by. I'm like, if you fat, put some baby powder down there. You can't be running around smelling like a foot and little boo-boo chips. Just nasty, stanky, funky, armpit, hairy, booty hole sweaty, big old. That if 4 times the size of a woman. Look at how the real woman who been training her whole life trying to compete against this dude. Look at how she react to the podium decision. Roll the clip.
And this dude, the one who, the transgender, the man who actually won it, the biggest smile on his face, just happy. Yes, I won. I beat all these bitches. Just happy. Good hell well he's a man. How could you sit up there, being you are, psychologically just, oh, well, I beat him. How can you do that? It takes a special type of person to just think that you are on the same level as they are. I'm a woman just like they are. What's that on that South Park episode, the Strong Woman Competition? They had Randy Macho Man Savage. He's up there, wearing his hat, competing against the women. Then he beat everybody to a pulp and has him, on the number 1 spot with the trophy. That's pretty much what this is.
I don't know why more women don't protest this.
Exactly.
Women, what are y'all doing?
You're letting yourselves getting deleted from not deleted, but you're letting yourselves just be take over by men in your own categories. Because if that was important, think about the NBA. Anybody can join. It's just like your females, WNBA. Just make it basketball. If that was the case, that's apply to every sport. There would be no women in any of the sports out there because they wouldn't be able to make the field, be able to make the teams, because it's such a vast difference between the physicality of a man versus the physicality of a woman. It's just like, what else can they do? That's why we have the different gender sports, men's and women, or sex, men versus women.
Got this. It's a man. Look at him. Look at him.
Look at that. Look at that. It's like Gronkowski, the Gronk posing. Like, come on, man. Look at that.
Bro, you ain't even trying. You put a dress on. That don't count. Big Tony got a dress on. That don't even fit. Look at him crushing apples. Man, what the? Then his dingling finna fall out that little dress, that little skirt thing he got on. You ain't even.
Look how big this fucker. Man.
Ain't he dating a woman? You know these people ain't right. You ain't right, bro. You could have just been. He somehow adopted into the female aura. These people ain't who you think they are, bro. This person is not seriously trying to be a woman. You could have been a man if you're gonna be sleeping with another woman.
Exactly.
Lord help us. Let's go to another one. One of the former strong woman competitors spoke out. No, hold on. That's another clip I see that we got on the queue. That other one. Here's some more footage of Bigfoot. Roll the clip.
You are all insanely badass women, and it was an honor just to even share the stage with you and be there to cheer on and be cheered on by you. I'm gonna cry. I'm trying very hard not to. I also want to say thank you to all the athletes both my own gym and especially over at Dungeon, who have given me
Hold on, time
some
out. Of
really
course they-
It's just an overweight dude competing as a woman. That's all it is. Come on, man.
impressive pointers
Bro, you
over
breaking
the
that
past
gym
few
until
months.
you won a world
In
championship.
particular, things
You won a world championship because they knew you were gonna win when you signed up for the gym, and they saw your bowls coming out. They said, "We got a rock star. This ain't no way a woman gonna beat this dude." I can't believe it. Can you believe it, y'all? In the comment section on the real, can you believe it? Now he's
Nope.
still weak. 121-pound dumbbells. I can do that with one.
Yeah.
I can do that like this.
Yeah.
I got a video of me doing 120s with like 20 reps.
Because at my best, I could bench press 375. That was at my best. Even right now, the ripe old age of 47, I could probably still do 315, 335. So, yeah.
So he's still weak, but he was stronger than these women. Let it finish.
like stones and circus dumbbells.
You know how
That's pretty much where it cuts off there. But yeah, I'm glad they stripped the title and like realized their fuck up and actually gave it to the right person who actually deserves to win, the biological woman. We need to start doing more of that. What all competitions need to start doing that. You already see they done it with the Olympics. So the next couple Olympics, there's no transgender competing against or men disguised as women competing in the women category. And you always see it that way. You never see the women try to compete with the men in their category because they know they cannot do that. If you're going to be transgender, fine, be transgender, but don't try to compete against the fairer sex, which would be the woman. Because they know any man, like if I decide to, oh, I'm a woman, and go compete in some fucking push-up competition, pull-up competition, bench press competition, I'm going to wipe the floor with all the women. But that's just wrong, though. Morally and ethically, that's wrong. But a lot of these people, they don't have moral ethics anymore like they do back in the day or during my time, generation growing up. That's how we were. We don't do stuff like that. We know there's a difference. But anyway, that's my thoughts. That's my comments on it. Let me know your thoughts and comment down below. Are you for men competing in women's sports? Let's get the conversation started. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Give me a thumbs up. I'll catch you next video. Peace.